Welcome back. We're going to go from Creality Toolbox Boring to Toolbox Boss with a 3D printed tool holder. So let's get on it. Yeah, I was a little tired of going in and out of that Creality Toolbox every time I needed something. So what I ended up doing is printing out a tool holder, and it actually worked. So let's take a look. So yeah, to solve the problem, what we ended up doing is going over here to the K2 Plus side tool holder, and there we got some pictures of it. So yeah, I think this will fix our problem of having all these tools and not having to go back into the box every single time I need a tool. So with that, let's go ahead and print this baby out. Alrighty, so there it is, the tool holder in all its glory. Yeah, I think it's going to come out pretty good. Just kind of a nice little addition to the side of our K2 Plus. And with that being said, here are some of the settings that we ended up doing. If we kind of go over here, we have the layer height at 0.2. And if we go down here for strength, we did the infill was at 15%. And we used gyroid for our infill pattern. And that was recommended by some people because with that, you don't have intersecting lines. And if you don't have intersecting lines, there's less of a chance of you knocking your print over. So I thought that was pretty good. And then we got down here, we also enabled tree supports automatic. So left everything stock except for that. And we used the Creality Black Hyper PLA. And when we previewed this, that is kind of what we ended up with. Had our tree supports there. And I think that is going to turn out okay. So the time that we have on here, we're looking at 4 hours and 21 minutes. So with that, let's go ahead and print this baby and see how it turns out. Be sure to cross your fingers. Okay, so we finished up. We have our 4 hour and 16-minute print done, which is a little tool holder that's going to go on the side of our K2 Plus, and it is finished. A little bit of trepidation whether this is going to print out, but as you can see, this turned out pretty good. I mean, look at that. Got some tree supports back there. So with that, let's see. It's a satisfying sound. So there it is, the tool holder. And look at the fit and finish on that. That came out really well. There's a little bit of a line there. But other than that, that turned out really good. But we need to get rid of these. Now, it should be said that these tree supports worked well. That's for sure. But somebody also said that need to be careful when taking these off. So I think what we're going to end up doing is a little bit of surgery on this. And we'll get our side cutters and cut all this to make sure, because I don't want to pop this and damage this lip right here. Because you can see that lip is pretty thin. About the same size as that tree limb that's going up to support it. So I don't want to be cracking that off at all. So let's get the side cutters and we'll get this all done and see how it turns out. Okay, so what we ended up doing is taking the tree supports off of our holder And if we take a closer look at this, it's just kind of amazing how that works. And again, look at that. You can see just how delicate that is. And it's amazing on what you can do with 3D printing. That is just amazing. Now, here is the inside, and you can take a look and you can see the condition of that, which is really nice. And we just did a tiny bit of sanding here to get those rough edges off of there. But yeah, that came out great. So with that, we have successfully printed on our K2 Plus little tool holder that we can put onto the side. So now that this is printed out, let's install it. So there it is with all of its glory, the K2 Plus tool holder that we just printed out. And yeah, it worked out pretty good. So we can definitely see that gap between the glass and the model. That little piece goes in right there. That works really well. Again, we're talking about putting on maybe a couple pieces of 3M double-sided tape on the inside of this to make sure that it adheres. But we've got our side cutters. We've got our 4 Allen wrenches. We got a place for a glue stick, or grease, or USB, all of our attachments. And then we've got the two little drivers there that if you want to replace your nozzle, there's the handle, there's a little blower there. We've got our little extra spare parts, and we have our scraper and a little needle tool. So yeah, I would say this is a success, and it turned out really nice. So check the link in the description box for this, and you can print it out with your K2 Plus or similar 3D printer. All right, to summarize, what we ended up doing is taking the tools out of the very nice, no expense spared toolbox from Creality that came with our K2 Plus, and we printed out our tool holder that hangs off the side. Definitely looks a lot nicer, gives us easier access to the tools, and it's cool printing stuff. So with that, if you're thinking about printing this out, you can find the link in the description box down below. So with that being said, we're going to finish this video. I'm going to look for some more stuff to print on my K2 Plus, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to stay up to date with what's going on with us, The Varied Life, as we're retired in Korea. And we'll see you on the next video. Peace.